You may have seen the popular video of a CEO and two employees. One employee is angry. She has been at the company for years, yet a newer colleague just got promoted over her. She demands to know why. Instead of arguing, the CEO gives her a simple task.
There's some noise outside.
Go check what happened. She comes back and says, "It was an accident." The CEO asks, "What kind of accident?" She doesn't know, so she goes back out. She returns.
A motorcycle.
The CEO asks another question, and again she has to go back out. Back and forth she goes, just to answer basic follow-up questions. Then, the CEO calls in the promoted employee and gives her the exact same task.
Go check what happened outside.
The woman leaves, and when she returns, she doesn't just say, "It was an accident." She explains it was a motorcycle, details the condition of the driver, mentions that the ambulance has already been called, and notes how it might affect the company's delivery trucks for the afternoon. That is the difference between a laborer and an owner. My mentor recently shared an ancient story with me that breaks this down perfectly. It goes like this. A wealthy, aging merchant needed to choose a successor among his 3 sons. They had all worked in the business for the same amount of time. To decide, he gave them a test. Word had arrived that one of their trading ships was near the harbor. He called his first son.
Go see if our ship has arrived.
The son went to the docks, came back and said, "Yes, it is docked." The father asked, "What cargo is she carrying?" The son replied, "I don't know, you only asked me to check if it arrived. Let me go back." The father said, "No, sit down." He called the second son and gave the same order. This son went, stayed longer, and returned proud.
Father, the ship is here, carrying a full cargo of silk and spices. The father asked, are there buyers at the port ready to take the goods?
The son paused.
I don't know. I didn't speak to the merchants.
The father said, "Sit down." Finally, he called the third son. This son was gone for a long time. When he returned, he held a ledger.
Father, the ship is docked with silk and spices. I noticed other silk ships were delayed by storms, so demand is high. I spoke to our 3 biggest clients, negotiated a slight discount on spices, and sold the entire shipment for cash. I have drafted the contracts. They only need your signature. The father smiled, handed the pen to the third son and said, "You sign it. The company is yours."
Whether it's the CEO in the modern office or the merchant from the ancient tale, the lesson is exactly the same. True value isn't about how long you've been sitting in a chair. It's about how far you are willing to see ahead. Level 1 does only what is asked. Level 2 gathers information, but waits for the next command. But Level 3 anticipates the next question. They don't just bring back information, they bring back solutions.
If you are wondering why you haven't been promoted, ask yourself, are you just making trips back and forth to look out the window? Or are you bringing back the signed contract? Stop waiting to be told what to do next. Look ahead, own the outcome, and become undeniable.
If this story shifted your perspective today, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button, share this video with someone who needs to hear it, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more powerful stories and insights just like this one. Leave a comment below. Which level are you currently operating at? I'll see you in the next video.